This ain't me in a shotgun. This me in front of your TV having a whole lot of fun. I would always divert to, my good partner in crime, Peggy here, but I don't need no introduction with these two gentlemen. Now, I just went on your podcast, and we can agree to disagree or agree to both say we can really be friends now. You love to see me?
That's what I'm saying. I always loved you, but now I'd love to embrace you, and then you hit the ground.
I hated you embracing me during a game.
Yeah, they're like, do you hate Cam Newton? Does Cam Newton hate you? I was like, I got nothing but love for him. He fed my kids' plates a few times. Like if they say, how much money have you made? It's probably at this point like $750,000 a sack.
Okay, you're speeding now. You're speeding.
That's about $4 million right now.
You're speeding. And to the person that you're talking to right now, I would admonish you to bring out your app. Because if you're getting into this space of media, I've grown to learn from afar, indirectly as well as directly, to understand this man's craftsmanship in media. Dan Patrick.
Good to be here. And then I found out we got cigars, but we can't smoke cigars.
It's like dangling the carrot in front of the mule.
I brought you tequila. Can't drink tequila.
No, he can't drink tequila. Don't worry about it. I'll try
you
it
can
for
drink
him.
the tequila.
I'm going to tell him about the notes.
No, when I brought it in, they go, well, you can't drink that in there. I said, it's for Cam Newton. They go, all right, take it.
That's heavyweight. That's heavyweight.
Yeah.
Dan, when did you find your groove in media?
Probably when I left ESPN, because it's probably, the analogy would be you're on a great team, but the team is what gets the credit. So you could be a really good player on the Patriots. They're winning Super Bowls, but it's about the Patriots. And those 4 letters, ESPN, those are large letters. And I thought I needed to get out and kind of figure out if I could do it on my own and if I could get better, because I had kind of plateaued there. And then we got out, and then we were doing the show in my attic for 3 years. So I went from ESPN SportsCenter to doing the show in my attic. So when somebody says, wow, what happened to you? They were right, I'm doing the show out of my attic. But it brought me closer together with my guys. And then I just felt like, chemistry is that tricky word. But when it works, and it's not tricky, it's real. And then we kind of found our spot, what we wanted to do, what we wanted to say, how we wanted to say it. And now it's been 17 years.
Now, with you in this growth of ESPN, was it because of a contract dispute? Or refresh our memory to why it didn't work?
They were offering me a 5-year contract. So I'd been there 18 years. And my wife said, your kids are going to be out of the house. So they were 9 through 15. And I'm kind of listening to her that morning. And she goes, you got 3 daughters, you got to be around. And I said, oh no, I'm around. I'm signing a 5-year contract. I'm a TV star. Like, what are you talking about? And so I drove up to ESPN that morning, 55 minutes, driving, playing music, not thinking about it. I get in, I go upstairs, 2nd floor, I go to my boss's office, and he said, all right, what's it gonna be? Take it or leave it. And I paused. And I said, I'm gonna leave it. He said, what? I said, I'm gonna leave it. He goes, oh, so you're not gonna stay here? And I go, no. So I have to convince myself right there in the moment. It's live.
Yeah.
And I walked outside, and I called my wife, and I said, hon, I just quit ESPN. She said, okay. I said, no, I just quit ESPN, hon.
No, that's a big deal.
Yes.
Right.
But she said, if we have to sell the house, we'll sell the house.
Right.
Jeez.
She understood it. I didn't.
She saw the vision.
Yes, she did. And I remember it hit me so hard, because to be really good sometimes at anything, you got to be selfish.
Complete selfish.
And I was selfish until she made me realize, and then you feel so shitty that you're like, man, you were selfish. But it got to me to where I could leave ESPN and start this on my own. But I remember coming home, and the kids didn't know if to celebrate or not. I walked in the kitchen, they're there at the kitchen table, silence. I walk in. my son, who was 15, he goes, "Dad, is this a good day?"
Wow.
And I said, "This is a great day." And they started banging on the kitchen table.
There we go. Yeah.
And then I'm like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So we did the show from my house, and it was wonderful because it got me back to the basics of this is what it's supposed to be about,
right.
man. It's not about the bright lights and all of that. It's about how do you communicate? How do you do your job? And it humbled me, made me hungry, and I was going to prove that I was going to be successful after leaving ESPN.
Cam, what else do you need to do to cement your career?
So, in the pantheon of pass rushers, because there's to be clear, as defensive end, there's edge rushers and then there's defensive ends. To be clear, there's the skinny guys who all they do is run up the field and get sacks, which is great, or they're just focused on negating first and second down and just getting to third down every play. And then there's the defensive ends who love each and every down. I look forward to those 4-eye techniques where you split a guard and a tackle.
But are there still defensive ends in the NFL?
Absolutely. Me. There's a few of us. There's me. Brent Urban is actually one of them over at the Ravens. Right. They call them the 3-4 type ends, right? The guys that live on first and second down and then move in towards the edge.
Is it safe to say the DN evolution is almost like what we've seen at the running back position as the running back evolution? Running back evolution was first and second down running back and a third down
running back, right.
For you, you're the guy that's an every down DN.
Need it.
And there's a situation where it's like we got to rush in
right.
and a run stop
right.
DN. The Pantheon,
right, absolutely.
Your word, not mine.
Right.
You don't come off the field.
Absolutely not.
That's a pride thing that I've seen firsthand.
Absolutely.
Like you see different shifts and different quadrants come in. Where did that come from?
Man, that's just looking at what I want to accomplish. I was given first and second down. Right? I got drafted 24th overall in New Orleans back in 2011, given first and second down. I had to earn third down. My rookie year.
With Will Smith.
Will Smith was on one. Then they had Charles.
Rest in peace, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. They had whatever his name was. Whatever we called him, White Lightning, white defensive end on the other side. His nickname was White Lightning when I walk in.
Wait, why did we forget the white guy?
Yeah,
Come on now.
Jeff Charleston was his name. And then of course there was a upcoming pass rusher and Junior Gillette, and that was their third down package, right? And I came in and they're like, "Hey, you get first, second down. You stop the run." But this is what we picked you up for. I was like, I thought you picked me up because I'm a complete player. When we sat down and talked about it, you're like, we can't wait to see you on the edge. And now you're telling me differently. And I walked in and they're like, "Oh, what's up, third base? What's up?" Like, because I'm a legacy kid. Pops played in the league for 13 years. I walk in the building and I'm not catching the love that you catch during the draft day.
You gotta earn it.
Right? I walk in, third base. "Oh, what you want? You want first? You want everything, don't you?" Yeah, and I'm gonna take everything. I was like, but that's okay. Like it was like, and I'm not even gonna be swung on it. Third base. Oh no, it's not even third base. Roman Harper, of course, him and Malcolm Jenkins, big chipping in the background.
Bro.
No, third base. That's this guy. He didn't get a gold spoon. He was given a diamond spoon when he was born.
Diamond.
I'm like, bro, say what you want. I got hands for days for everybody.
Let's fight.
I'm with everything. Your brother was there. Cecil was there.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So my first camp, I'm in the thick of things. I'm taking reps with 1s, 2s, 3s on special teams. And I'm like, yo, y'all really got me twisted. Like, I'm really going to be the best player you've ever had, and there's nothing differently than.
Did third base stick?
No, hey, third base is close enough to home. Get me home. Call me home plate.
But when did they stop calling you third base?
I mean, literally as a rookie situation. So they were trying to break me mentally. Because in 2011, you didn't have to worry about everybody's feelings. 2011 was a different time where you still had that old locker room where it's like they're trying you at every level to see if you're going to respond. Now people are able to break and say, sensitivity's real now.
Does that player still exist through a young player?
Now it's transformed.
Where you say, like, I wanted to prove, I wanted to show that third base or that diamond spoon. No.
I embrace mine. Yeah, I'm a suburb kid.
Now you got kids come in entitled.
For sure.
You see the good rookies versus the entitled bad rookies.
Absolutely.
Where's the state of the young player now?
I alluded to it earlier. I was like, the sensitivities are real now. Now it's like, worry about how I'm feeling today. Like, and it's a different. And as a leader, now I'm not in a position to be like, hey, shut the hell up. This is what we have to do.
Right.
Now we're in a position. Hey, where are you coming from? Let me know your mindset, know your heart. Let me know how you play the game. Because it's a different thing. Now you're not expecting them to fit the mold. You're acquiescing to now needs. Because as a leader, I want to bring out the best in you. And you know what? If I'm telling you like, this is the shit that we're gonna do today to make us better, and you're not taking it the right way, I'm perfectly fine with conforming. I'm like, let me pull out the best in you some other way.
Then I'll ask you this question. You've been covering sports for such a long time. Most iconic moments of a Super Bowl, the Super Bowl's anticipation. Give me the top 3 that you could say, I just can't wait for this game to be played.
Well, I'll go back to when Seattle was playing the Patriots, and I'm down on the goal line. I'm underneath the goalpost.
That was in Glendale.
Yeah.
Was that in Arizona?
And yeah, and then I'm gonna hand out the Super Bowl trophy. So I think I'm handing it out to Seattle. I think Pete's gonna be up there, and Marshawn's gonna be up there, and Russ is gonna be up there, and I'm underneath the goalpost, and I see Russ go back. He's getting ready to pass, and I said, "Oh shit," because the last thing you want to do is throw the pass over the middle. I figure it's a run pass option to the right. That way you throw it out of bounds, or maybe you run it in. And I just remember watching it, and then Malcolm comes darting in. Now I think he just knocked it down. So now in my mind, I'm still thinking, okay, what questions am I going to ask Pete Carroll? Is Paul Allen, the owner, going to be there? So all these things. Malcolm comes up with football. Now, in my mind, nobody is thinking this because nobody else is handing out the trophy. And I'm going, okay, I got Tom, I got Bill. Is Malcolm going to be up there? Is Edelman going to be up? Like, I'm running through the Rolodex here.
Complete flip.
And I just remember, and it happened so quickly.
So fast.
They bring that podium out, commissioner's there, boom. And next thing you know, you're standing up there. And it felt like 5 minutes earlier, I'm ready for Seattle to be up there.
The colors of the confetti hat.
The same thing happened with the Steelers and the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Larry scores the touchdown.
Yes.
I'm standing on the sidelines with Steve Young. Now I'm thinking, okay, Bidwell's the owner, gonna have to talk to him, Kurt Warner, Larry Fitzgerald, so I don't know, maybe somebody else will be thrown in there. And then Ben gets the ball, 2-minute drill. So Steve Young's there walking with me, and he's doing play-by-play. He's telling me what you should do. So he's doing a tutorial on a 2-minute drill while I watch the 2-minute drill, and I watch Ben lead them down, throw the touchdown pass. Now I'm up there with the Steelers on the podium. So those are crazy moments that I've been fortunate to watch. And hopefully we get that kind of, frenetic pace at the end, because we spend so much time on the Super Bowl. And all I care about is that I didn't waste your time this week.
Right.
Like, that's all I hope for. So if you said it's Niners win by 1 in the last second, great. Kansas City win. I don't have any rooting interest. I want content.
Yeah.
Rooting interest. I
got rooting interest too. Just think about this. You talk about Super Bowl moments. You've been to a Super Bowl. And what I consider a Hall of Fame career for you, possible Hall of Fame career for you, do you think what's going to hold you back from that is a Super Bowl? And why is it that we accredit a Super Bowl as an accolade for a Super Bowl, maybe beyond a quarterback, clearly for defensive ends or whatever it is? But why would you think that a Super Bowl may hold you back from a Hall of Fame, should be Hall of Fame career?
I don't think that. My approach is more or less, what do you care most about? Impact or championships? I think as a team player, you would say championships, right? But the reality is when you put a microscope to great teams, you have to find those individuals who held their end of the bargain. Absolutely. And for me, for what I've did in the sport of football, I think I held my own to that merit. And there are so many different determining factors in sports. When I think about those 2 examples that you said, where would Ben Roethlisberger be without Santonio Holmes' effort to not only stretch and catch, but keep his feet on the ground, right? His tippy toes.
Wow.
Pac-Man.
2024.
That's my dog.
Yeah,
for sure. That was my idol growing up.
Love it.
That's another story. But also, where would Brady be without Malcolm Butler and that play happening?
Or Vinatieri.
And Vinatieri. And the tuck rule. and all these different determining things that I'm saying, like, yo, like, I can't get caught into the championships or the Super Bowl talk without saying I held my end. I was the teammate that you could trust in the time of need. So
Absolutely.
Most
So that's
impactful quarterbacks, though.
Oh, see, when you talk about quarterback play, I'm leaving. Nope, don't want to hear about it. I appreciate you, my boy. Ooh.
Appreciate you.
Impact
Thank you,
quarterbacks.
Cam.
Hopefully, Derek Carr next year we get.